What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Montana Method Podcast. One more time, Nelson Rodriguez, your host, as always, author of Montana Method. Today, I have a super awesome guest I'm excited to present to everybody. Young lady I just recently became friends with. She's involved in a lot of really cool stuff, something we have in common. We both love the fight business. She's involved in that. She's also in the music business, actress. You might know her from things like 98 Fiancé. We'll go over a lot of cool stuff she's into, what upcoming projects she's in, and stay tuned. It's going to be a great episode.
I've been out here hustling all my life. Every day we get into it. Really out here in these streets. That's day and night. Like there's nothing to it. When I was going through it, dog, I never got your call. I never asked for nothing, no. But now I want it all. I promise I'ma do it. Came from rags to riches. Rags to riches. Came from rags to riches. Rags to riches. Came from rags.
How you doing?
Amazing. I'm so excited to be here. I didn't know we was just going to go for it. Are we going for it? I'm so excited to be here, honestly. I feel like we're going to, drop some gems.
Yes.
Maybe talk about like what's been happening.
Right.
Right
Definitely.
here in Miami, Florida.
Definitely.
The weather has been super hot.
Yeah. Miami is, I'm saying the heat is going to scare the people that moved away.
Oh my God. You think so? You never know, right?
It's either a heat or a hurricane, one of the two.
Something's got to give because they all moved to Florida. Did you notice that? Like the people from California, from Nueva York, all of these people came, out of towners, and just like took over. It was like, we're going to buy our house here in Florida. Yeah. But it speaks a lot about where we live. I really don't think that like we appreciate or value where we live.
All of us bash Miami. We bash Miami. Oh, Miami. Yes. And then everybody wants to move here. It's like,
It's like we don't understand, like this is paradise.
It is. And you take it for granted. When you see it every day, you don't really value it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's us as human beings.
That is a human being thing. You're right.
Right?
You don't appreciate something until you lose it.
Right? Oh my God, that's like the story of my life. But not for me. It's more for like the other person, the other way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. How so? Tell me about that.
Well, it's so, oh my God. Okay, so for some reason, I feel like in my relationships, I feel like I always was used for a reason. Like the Lord would use me in their lives to, I don't know, help them become a better man or more driven, more inspired. It was always like I had a role there. I never felt like my time was wasted. And that's why I truly believe that, like, everything happens for a reason. Like, there's no way that this isn't destiny. That you and I are, two, people on this earth. We meet, we come together, we experience something, whether it's good or bad, right? Experience and an experience. Right. And then you come to the realization that was like a moment for you with that person. Now whether they stay for a season, a reason, a lifetime, only, time will tell. But I've always felt that in my relationships, that it was always like, in a sense, like they would lose because I would give it my all. So I had nothing to lose because I gave it my all,
Interesting. I like that.
Right? What do you think?
There's a saying I live by. Have you heard of John Wooden? Do you know who that is?
No. Author?
No, he's a coach.
Coach,
he's a college basketball coach. He's considered the greatest basketball coach to ever live. College basketball coach.
Okay.
He has a saying that goes as follows. Whatever you give, you keep. Whatever you fail to give, you lose forever.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, so I try to...
It's so deep.
Whenever I think, should I be trying this hard? Or whenever I have those thoughts of stinginess and scarcity, I tell myself, listen, whatever you give, you keep.
Yes.
And whatever you fail to give, you're going to lose forever. So... And then I always go and give my 100% effort, or whether it's the podcast, writing a book, whether I'm anything
you pour your energy into, you make it intentional. That's what you do,
super
right?
Important. Super
That's
important.
amazing.
Definitely.
I have this quote that I learned from the Moulin Rouge. I don't know if you remember that movie.
I do.
But remember when she said, the greatest thing we can ever receive is love. The greatest gift we can ever get is to be loved and to love in return. So that kind of stuck with me for years because I always felt like every relationship I had was definitely meaningful. And like I would pour love into them, and then I would receive love. Maybe it wasn't the love I wanted or a healthy love, but definitely there was always some bond there.
I like that. That was a good movie. I haven't seen it in forever though. I do remember the quote.
In a while.
I do remember the quote.
Nicole Kidman, yeah, she's amazing. She's like one of the actress is not really a word. The actor that I respect a lot because she's done so much. She's been so consistent with her career. I believe, so it's nice.
And she's done so many different things. Yeah.
Yes, different roles too. One day she's like batshit crazy. The next day she's like a lover. The next day she's a dancer. Like you just never know what to expect. The next day she's like eating babies. Like we just don't know. We just don't know what's happening. I love it. The job of an actor.
Pretty wild.
It is wild. Hollywood's wild.
So you would know better than I what that world is like. Obviously, so I have crazy stories about maybe my business, things that have happened in business, and I can only really I try to relate my personal experience to the world. I try to kind of make it relatable so that you can convert the lessons from my life into your own life. Do you have anything like that from like the acting world or?
Oh my God. Hollywood to me was just like, it was an experience. So when I was 18, like I moved out to Hollywood with like my manager, Arlinda Montiero, and another girl named Bethany Martinez. They quit their jobs for me. Like it was crazy. And we all went to California so that I could be the star. And we tried, like I did so much. I remember the first day I arrived, I met Cedric the entertainer at some like breakfast spot. And from there, it led to another introduction. Then I ended up meeting the owner of Fubu, Damien.
Oh, Damien John.
Yes, he became my friend. He hired me for the Fubu shoot
That's cool.
that I did with Slim Thug and Clifton Powell, one of the most famous actors. You probably don't remember him. He played Pinky.
Of course.
Remember Pinky?
Course, yeah.
Yes. So imagine me being on set, Hollywood, California, with Pinky, Slim Thug.
Was that like right after you got to LA?
It was like day number 2.
You must have been like, bro, I got this.
Yes.
I'm going to kill it.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I felt like I was destined to be a star. I was like, this is it, ladies, get ready. And let me tell you, it was like intense. Like we ended up being flown out to New York, like team. So I built the LLC. It was Team Caroline Schwitzky LLC.
That's cool.
And we were just trying to make it, And as much as I loved Hollywood, I actually had like a very horrific incident that happened to me. So long story short, I was told that there was a casting and that it was for a famous actor that he was doing a movie. And I was so excited, 18 years old in Hollywood. I packed like my headshot. I looked super cute. The role that I was auditioning for, whatever. And I'll never forget, like we arrived. It was like 8 girls, but these girls looked like they were ready to party. They didn't look like they were there to audition. So I was really confused. I was like, what the frick is going on? Like, what's happening? And they started to like give us shots. And in the beginning, I'm like trying to act like it's all good, but I'm so confused because this is not a casting call, at least not a normal one of what I know. So the worst part about it all is I actually went to the kitchen. Like I had a moment, right? And so I have this thing that like when I'm about to cry, I open the refrigerator door and I stick my face there. So like the tears get held back, right? So what did I do? Naturally, I went to the refrigerator. So I'm in the door and he comes, the actor, and he's like, what's wrong? And I started just like blurting out everything. I was told it was a casting. I didn't know what was happening. Like I'm not, I'm 18. I don't know what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. And he was just like, relax, just come. And he kept trying to like get me to participate in these activities. And he tried to kiss me. And I remember it was like a fight right there, him and I. Like I kept trying to get him off me in the kitchen. And long story short, I like pushed him off me, ran into the living room. He was butt naked in a robe, running after me in a hotel in Beverly Hills. And, I ran out the room. He was chasing me with his manager down. It was really bad. I think they were nervous that I was going to, like, freak out and flip out and say what was happening. But, yeah, that was it. I packed my bags, like, a few days after. And I was just like, I'm not trying to do Hollywood if the only way you can get recognized is if by sleeping your way to the top. Like, I was like, no. I'm not doing that. So I came back to Miami and I had to redirect my whole plan. So
the sad thing is that now it's common knowledge that that's super
yeah,
common,
well,
and
it's
that
been
happens to a lot of
happening.
people. Yeah,
It's been happening.
for decades and upon
Decades and decades with all these artists, all these celebrities. Like, it just happens. Is the power. It's whoever has the power. It's not what you do. It's who you know, right? So in the Hollywood world, right, think about it. You can go to audition on audition on audition. If you're not, close with the producer, the director, the script writer, you're really not going to get that role.
Right.
Especially if there's, an agenda behind it. And usually when you are getting booked for like lead feature roles, right, there's always an agenda. When they hire you and they choose you, it's because they believe you're going to bring that character to life. And that's important because remember, you being that character, you are molding the younger generation. So it's all deeper than just talent.
I'm a writer, so I see it from the other side. I picture my character coming to life, and I can already, my mind is interesting because I pick out an actress or an actor, and I'm like, oh yeah, this person, oh yeah. So it's interesting that I'm a writer and you're an actress, so it's kind of like the two opposing sides of writing a story.
Yeah, it's
like
what we do.
It's cool.
I love what we do. I wouldn't change it for the life of me. Till this day, my mom's like, "Ay, hija, just get a 9-to-5, call it a day." And I'm just like, no. I know that I was like created for something much bigger.
There's too many people who settle in this life for another person to settle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still don't understand how in this day and age where there's so many great examples of people that have gone out and done what they wanted in life, how people still have that mentality of, oh, just go get a job, do something, go be like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. Don't call me crazy, call me insane, call me obsessed, call me whatever you want. Don't call me normal. Please don't call me normal. I don't take that as a compliment at all when it's like, oh, that, it's okay. Oh, that's all right. I don't like those kinds of words. I'm like, yo, you're crazy.
Yeah.
You are insane.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
That's what they want to name you because you're not walking the way everyone else is walking.
I write about it in my book. Insane, crazy, obsessed. These are just words that normal, boring people want to attach to people who are actually trying to do something with their lives, to shame them, to make them feel like, oh, no, you're crazy. Don't do that. No, I'm not crazy. I'm just going after what I want in life. And I have the courage
You're
to do
crazy because you got a 9-to-5 that you're going to work for the rest of your life, which means you will never pursue your passion.
There you go.
And at least, be smart about it. There's nothing wrong with having a job. I love workers. I got to be honest. I think men that have 9-to-5s are very sexy. I think it's nice to have, like a hardworking man. They're the ones that build America, if you think about it. It's these freaking workers,
I don't have an issue with you having a 9-to-5. I have an issue with the person that has the 9-to-5 and then tries to tell the person who's chasing their dream, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Listen,
exactly.
bro. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't go work at UPS or wherever you work. So, bro, don't sit here and tell me I shouldn't write a book or I shouldn't, go.
But you know what it is? It's fear. It's 100%. Fear. Like our family members or the people that love us, they tell us things. Why? Because they're afraid that we are going to fail. I don't think it comes from like a bad part of their hearts where they're trying to limit you.
They don't want you to get hurt. At
least your family. Like, the expression, like people want to see you do good, but they don't want to see you do better than them. Right? Okay, it's true. It's there, right? But like with your mom, for instance, your mom wants to see you do good. You know what I'm saying?
She does.
So like with my mom, till this day, I'm 34 years old. She's still calling me, talking about, hija, da 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 da. And I'm just like, no. I love you. I respect you. I appreciate you. I thank you for that you're worried about me. But at the end of the day, I refuse to be a sheep. I refuse to be a sheep. I know that I was created with purpose, and I want to like leave my legacy behind. Not just my children. My 3 kids are beautiful. I love that I'm even a mom. It's a nice thing, to have. But at the same time, like, what about all the other children in the world that I want to save? Like, there's so much I want to do that, like, I don't think a 9-to-5 would help me. It probably would get in my way.
9-to-5 would limit you. It would stop you from doing all those things you want to do.
And that's what they do. They pay you to kill your dreams.
Yes.
That's what a job is.
150%.
Unless you're like getting involved and like you're going to have ownership or stocks and it's like the big picture.
That's different. Right? At that point, you're still sort of an owner of that project, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. We're bringing two points that have to do with each other. So you talked about how some people sell their soul to kind of become a star and do these things that aren't really worth it, right? Mm-hmm. And then now we brought it back to the people who work the 9-to-5s and they don't really. I remember hearing a friend of mine told me this so long ago. He I don't know where he is nowadays. He moved, and I don't know. Hopefully he sees this. Long time ago, he used to make a lot of money. He was a producer. And
what's his name?
I'd rather not even say his name.
Okay.
So what we sat down one day, and he was really unhappy. Really unhappy. I'm talking about a guy. He had just gotten paid that day to like $50,000 to make a song.
What?
So we used to have these talks with each other at the end of our day, and no one would know. It was just me and him. He wouldn't tell his significant other. I wouldn't tell my mom. I wouldn't tell anybody. It was just me and him, and we'd have these we'd leave our phones in the car. It was that kind of friendship. Mm-hmm. We once a month or twice a month we'd meet up and we'd just say the things that were on our mind that we couldn't really talk to anyone else about. So we meet up, and we're sitting like at some restaurant. I forgot where we were, and he's just miserable. He's telling me, "Man, I don't understand how I'm getting paid $50,000 to do this, and I'm not happy. And this was my dream." And I told him, I know why. Because you sold your soul. And he looks at me and he says, wait, what do you mean I sold my soul? I told him, you're getting paid money to do music you hate, brother. You got into music because you love it, not because you hate it. Now you have a conflicting thing in your soul. Right. Your soul is telling you hate music. Yes. Right? You don't hate music. You hate the fact that you're getting paid to make bad music.
Exactly. That's what it is. I bet you blew his mind.
He stood quiet for like 5 minutes. He didn't say anything.
What did he do after? Like, did anything change? He quit. Stop it.
He stopped working with that person.
Is that he realized?
And he's still involved in music, but he's like, I actually don't even know where he is, to tell you the truth. We parted ways on a very good tip, and he said, Nelson, I kind of have to go on my own journey. If I ever, I won't talk to you for a while, but I'll see you eventually. It's been probably like 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
But I know in my heart that whatever he's doing, he's happy.
That's good, right? And isn't it amazing how like the Lord or the universe was able to use you in his life and to guide him and to, it's funny because the other day I reconnected with my girlfriend that I've known since I was like 14 years old. Okay. Long story short, she was married 10 years to a rabbi who was like a scam, a con artist, to say the least. Long story short, the guy dies. But she told me yesterday, I saw her yesterday, and you know what she told me? She was like, Caroline, I gotta be honest. She's like, I remember the first day we reconnected and I came to your house, and you were the only person that asked me, am I happy? And she says, if it wasn't for you asking me that, I don't think my marriage would have ever ended. And the thing is, she was like in 10 years of abuse. I hate to talk about, Claudia, I love you, but at the end of the day, she didn't see the abuse. And when I came into the picture, I saw all the abuse, all the signs. And I was like, as a friend, I had to say something. I was like, no way. There's no way you can't see what I'm seeing. This is straight abuse. And look at that. At the end, she ended up getting divorced. She got her life back, and the man ended up dying.
That's
like, talk about karma.
That's crazy, dog.
Yeah, that's how bad it was. So I say all this to say that, we are constantly being used every day in someone's life. And you have the power to breathe life into them or to take life away from them. Just like children, right? We build the children, right? If there's a boy crying, right? Para de llorar, be a fucking man, right? So the boy is traumatized. Instead of building him up, hey, you got this. You're strong. Man up. You always throw the man up there. But, I believe in you. You da-da-da. Like, you see the different dialects there? Oh, yeah. Do you see how, we can make life or we can kill it? Like, it's literally, we have the power. And I don't think sometimes we remember that. I think that was good. That was good, right?
Yeah. That was great. That was fantastic. We don't have all the... No, you're good. I'll fix it. Don't worry.
See? I thought is that the camera, the director doesn't say anything. I'm like, is it good?
It's not his job to say anything.
No, I know, but usually they give like I don't know, something. But okay.
That was I've never had anybody say that after they said something amazing.
Oh,
on my
yeah?
show. Is that good?
Was
yeah,
it
it was
okay,
great.
good.
It was fantastic. That's pretty funny.
Oh, I'm nervous.
So Caroline, you're in the
Yes.
fight business.
Yes, I love the fighting world, especially boxing. That is my thing. I'm a big fan of boxing.
I have been a fight fan for as long as I could remember.
Really?
Yeah.
But
maybe.
why? Was it because your dad used to watch like the fight
Not at all.
TV or?
My dad's he's not even into sports. It was something about, well, the first fighter I ever saw as a kid was Mike Tyson, right? So he has such a commanding presence and such a power, obviously because you see knock out these guys that were twice his size. There was something about his aura and his ability to do that was like, wow.
Yeah.
Who is this guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that has always been special to me, and that mixed with the fact that they're literally risking their health, you know, to pursue a dream. You know, many people talk a big game, but when it comes time when push comes to shove,
Yeah.
they don't shove. You
Yeah,
know?
definitely.
So fighters literally put their money where their mouth is,
Yes.
and they're willing to die.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Like it's
So-
the hardest job in the game, my
Definitely.
opinion, you know? To be a fighter, yet alone a boxer,
Yeah.
you got to have some courage, you got to have strength, you got to have a purpose, you know, and you got to have something within you that is like you are willing to fight to the last drop. It's like I don't want to say desperation, but like this thing inside of you that just grows
That's
to
why
be
I
a
love
monster.
Yes, that's
right?
why I love fighters.
Yeah.
That I call it that hunger.
Yes, the
Like,
hunger.
You gotta wanna that.
Want it, desire it.
You remember that instinct we talked about that I always trust.
Yes.
That I have.
Yes.
That it never steers me wrong. That's the instinct of like the fighter when he's getting beat up and you see him dying and then all of a sudden he's like, bro, I'm not gonna lose this fight.
Yes.
And you see him come back and
Exactly.
beat the crap out of the other guy. That instinct, that drive to win at all costs. You know, like it's just not gonna be me.
Nope. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. And to see it transpire in front of you is special.
Yes.
It's crazy.
It's crazy because like I got involved with the boxing world, right? And then I ended up having to interview the fighters, and I started building like my relationships with the different promoters and stuff like that. And I realized that like these boxers, they really are like the star of the show in the sense where they have their team, they have the people that believe in them. There's like a consistent in their scheduling, their eating habits, their training. Like it's so precise. And let me tell you something, when a fighter is not doing good in a ring or is possibly losing, it is the saddest feeling any team member can have. And I've experienced it. Not only being like a corner, like a, corner man or whatever,
Right.
Representing the fighter or someone that I romantically could have had a relationship with. Oh my God, it's so sad if they even look like they're losing.
right.
It's because how much they put, their efforts, the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears into this. And that's why I feel like sometimes the boxing game, it's so messed up in the sense where like they'll match people incorrectly just to rob, and it's like, it's so ugly to me. Because you could see when two fighters fight that have no business being in the ring together. Like,
Yep.
And that's ridiculous. That's not boxing. That's scamming.
It is.
It's not a real fighter. A real fighter can knock anyone out at any time.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So I really respect, especially these Cuban boxers. The Cuban boxers, bro, they are fucking amazing. They fight with their heart. I recently went to Cuba. I visited Pinar del Rio.
That's where my grandmother's from.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's where, so I went with the whole MNR boxing promotions team. And the coach is Osmiri, right? His family lives out there. And oh my God, you should have seen these like young bucks. Like they want it so bad. It's impressive to me. The kids from out of, America, how they want to make their dreams come true. It's so beautiful because they're like, at any cost, they'll do what it takes.
Definitely.
And it's like that hunger that you talked about.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I love these guys and watching them fight, because it takes so much sacrifice, and these guys are willing to sacrifice everything.
Everything. Anything.
And then I compare that, right? So let's look at the opposite of that. So I compare that, and I'm like, man, I love that. That's what I need in here at all times. I always got to be hungry.
Yeah.
Always got to be willing to put it all on the line no matter what, because that's the only way I'm going to get stuff done, right?
Yes.
It's the only way, because if you're not willing to risk anything, you're not going to gain anything, right? And then let's go to the opposite spectrum. People that are just like, oh, I hope, I wish, if I have time.
Yeah.
Like, that attitude to me is, God, it's such a sorry ass attitude.
Right.
You know, oh no, when it's convenient, if I can do it. And then you have kids like that who are beating the shit out of each other every day to learn how to fight. Yeah. That are super hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I love that. That's why I like fighting. And that's why I admire and love people chasing their dreams, whether it's fighting, whether it's acting, whether it's whatever, because that's what it takes. And only people who are chasing their dreams understand that.
Yeah, they they know the sacrifice.
They know what it takes.
The sleepless nights and all the negative comments.
And all the money and time and all
the money that we invest, because we don't have sponsors or investors for the most part. We are literally investing our own dime into ourselves. We believe in ourselves.
100%.
You know, so yeah, it's the life of an entrepreneur. To me, I always admire. I think honestly, like, if you're an entrepreneur, you know what time it is. You gotta stay on it at all times.
100%.
I remember having the modeling agency. I started it in 2011. Me, okay? I was 18 years old, the modeling agency. And I'll never forget, like, I was banking. I would make so much money, and then, but guess what? I would take the foot off the pedal. Like, yeah, well, I'm good, right? Take it off. Guess what? Silence. And that's when I was like, I can't stop. So otra vez, right? Go back to the game, right? Boom. Make another 100K in 1 year. Then I'd be like, okay, I'm okay now. Take my foot off the pedal. What happens?
Start over all over again.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God, I can never stop working. Like, I got to keep going and keep going and keep building. So that's why it's important to me, besides being in entrepreneurship, I think it's important that we all have like a residual income. Every household. Imagine like you had something just coming in at all times. I'm not talking about a 9-to-5 check. I'm talking about something else, you know, whether it's a hobby or some form of, I don't know, content creating, anything, you know. Did you hear about OnlyFans in Miami?
What about it?
That we were number one city in United States with an OnlyFans. Let me tell you something, okay?
I saw that coming.
I don't have an OnlyFans. Mind you, I got no problem with the people that have OnlyFans. I've watched a few. I think it's, you know, it's cool. It's whatever, right? But I just want to know how many people are going to look back and be like, holy crap, what did I do? Because you can't take that back. And I don't know what you've been watching, but I've seen some OnlyFans that I am scarred for life. And I know who they are.
That's crazy, right?
No matter if they want to hide the head, the body, we still know it's you. So, you know, but whatever, you know, I don't knock it. You never know. I might one day make it. I don't know. I hope not.
You know what I imagine all the time? And it's probably happening right now. Like some lady that does OnlyFans, right? Hey, do your thing. Like maybe she has kids or something. And then like, can you imagine one of her son's friends being like, yo, is this your mom?
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. Oh my God, that to me, I feel like you have to also keep in mind too, like maybe the reason why I don't have an OnlyFans is because I'm a mom. Because I've had to ask myself, Carolina, honestly, why you don't have no OnlyFans? Because like I would have banked and not even doing much. I don't know if you've seen my style. I don't do much. I like to dance a little and be sexy, and that's it. That's all you'll get from me. You won't get more, right? So, and I think it's my kids, bro. These damn kids. They came into my life, and I was just like, now morals, values, this, that, you know.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes.
These kids.
Yeah. There's no, I don't knock it if that's what you want to do with your life. Just the normalization of this instant gratification of something that should be sacred, really, right? Yeah. Something that should be like private and it's flaunted.
Between two people, intimate, beautiful, you know. But it's Miami, once again. That's why we're rated number 1 here. It's very corrupted here. We know this, especially those that are single. We know what time it is. It's not easy to date. It's not easy to meet someone genuine. It's not easy to have a connection, right? Because a man can download an app, swipe all day, right? Swipe, right? Have 10 girls in 1 week. My homeboys have told me that they've gone on 10 dates in 1 week. But guess what? Did they find connection? No.
It gets old. Trust me.
Of course it gets old. I'm so sorry, but men, I don't care all the crap they talk. At the end of the day, they want somebody. A man wants a good woman. The problem is that it's hard to find that good woman. So it's like all the women that come into their life are, I don't know, selfish, self-centered, whatever the flaw is. And then they say all the girls are like that. So I'm going to live my life and just treat everyone the same and no one's different and da-da-da-da. And they put everyone in the same box. And then it kind of hinders the good girls that are like, wait, hold up. I'm still here. I want connection. I want to build with you, right? Like I came to the realization, ladies and gentlemen, and this is big for me to say, I realized that I don't want to marry a rich man. And that's big for me to say because I have 3 kids and I want more kids and I want to travel and live a good life. But let me tell you something.
In Miami that admits that.
Oye, I don't want a rich man. You know what I want?
What do you want?
I want a good man that I can build with. I just came to the realization because Cece from 10 years ago would have never said that. But I realized at 34 years old, that's really all I need. I don't need I've made this excuse that I need a rich man because I got a bunch of kids. No, I don't. I just need a man that's willing to build with me. Right? Isn't that something? I don't think I'm asking for a lot. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, you're asking for what everybody wants. Just everybody words it wrong in the most incorrect way. What everybody wants is someone to support them no matter what.
Yes.
Right? Someone that's going to be there to help them to build something long term. Instead of wanting that, what do most people say? No, oh yeah, I want to marry a rich guy.
Yeah.
Because that's a shortcut.
Yeah.
I don't have to build anything with you. I have an easy life.
Well, that's the thing, though. If you marry a rich guy, you really didn't do shit. So if you think about it, right? If that man decides to leave 1, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line, right? You are not entitled to the life that he built prior to you. And these girls, they become like entitled through the process, and I think it's jacked up. And I tell you something, another thing I've come to the realization, I don't think you men get enough credit. That's another thing I realized. Every time I open my phone, there's a girl bashing somebody, bashing this, guys ain't nothing, da-da-da. And I'm just like, hold up.
And God forbid a man responds because they're going to tear him apart, right?
Right.
It's crazy.
Yes, but most men that have responded, not most, but a lot from what I've seen on social media, they're very aggressive with their response. They're not helping the situation.
You're right, but men are naturally aggressive. If you're attacking a man,
1,000%.
You know what I mean?
I've always been the type to say, if you slap your man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, I'm sorry, that guy has permission to backhand you. Don't play with me. I've always said that.
So think of the virtual. That's an interesting perspective. But think of this virtually now. I'm getting attacked. I get a DM or a comment or a this or that, a video made about me, and then I respond back, and it's like, oh my God, you're so aggressive. No one saw the aggression when I got attacked. They only see the aggression when I responded.
Yes.
That's kind of the world we live in.
Yes.
I have a friend that came on the show, and his Instagram got deleted because he responded to a fan in an inappropriate way.
Yeah.
What about the 10 million negative comments that guy gets?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a strange world we live in.
Yes.
People think they have the authority to say whatever they want. Like freedom of speech to most people is I can say whatever I want, but you can't respond.
Yes.
That's not freedom of speech.
Exactly.
That's totalitarianism.
Yes.
That's you wanting to
What's it called? Totalitarianism? What?
A dictatorship.
Dictatorship, yes.
Things only go one way.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like I'll respond to a comment and only in date and oh my God, you should see how I get attacked.
Yeah.
Attacked heavy on some dumb something
Keyboard
that
warriors.
But to me it's if you have the time to respond to my dumb shit, my little comment,
then you have no life.
Then
you have no life.
Yeah. It's just
You're right. Listen, me and all of my friends that are doing something with their lives, all the people I keep close, they're not in anyone's comments trying to say something negative about what they posted or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't have time for that because they're building something and they're busy building.
You're right.
So the people that have the time for that, they want to comment some negative stuff.
Yeah.
Bro, go for it. Waste your time because guess what? That's only going to pick up my feed. That's going to go into the algorithm. That's going to create engagement. And guess what? It's going to make my video more popular.
Exactly.
Never self-fulfilling prophecy, dog. If you're tired of seeing my face, guess what? By you commenting on my video, it's going to get you more tired of seeing my face.
Exactly.
Because it's just going to get, shared with more people and...
Well, you know the expression, like they say, like when you do something good, right? People whisper about it. And then like when you do something
horrible,
like different, like they're screaming and shouting. So for you to pursue your purpose, your passion, to start the podcast and stuff like that, write a book. I'm sure you've had your fair share of people where they were haters, just haters. They didn't want to see you succeed.
To this day. But
but we can't live without them.
I wear haters as a badge of honor. When you're getting hated on and people are telling you, that sucks, or you're not doing it the right way. I tell them, you go write a book.
Yeah.
You go, oh, that's right. You don't have a podcast.
Yeah.
You didn't write a book.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's why I am me and you are you.
Yeah.
You're the person hating in the comments.
Right.
And I'm the person who has the platform.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So the more haters I have, the more my brand is going to grow. And the more successful I become. Yeah.
Isn't it crazy though, like how we live in a day, like in this era where everybody's on the phone? Like everybody is there on the phone. Not everybody, but like
a lot of people.
A lot of people just watching you. Like that whole cancel culture to me is crazy because it's like you can't be yourself. If you're too much of yourself, right? Depending on what side of the spectrum you're on, right? You might get it's just weird. I don't understand what's happening. Ever since COVID, life has not been the same again. That's what I'll say. That's what I've noticed. Everyone that's gotten vaccinated and this and that, and they was in that house for 2 years, a lot of people changed. A lot of people changed. Health-wise, emotionally wise, right?
Think about it. We weren't around each other anymore.
No,
so you were literally
they segregated
isolated,
us,
and then all of a sudden we're together again.
Yeah. The question is, what did they do when we were stuck in that house for 2 years? Oh, that's right. They built all those 5G towers. Why though? Why would you keep us in the house for 2 years and build thousands of towers? The millions of dollars that went into that. Just let us know why. We just want to know. I want to know.
Interesting question.
I want to know why they were enforcing the vaccine on us because God forbid if you weren't vaccinated, you were a bad person. But guess what? Now it's been lifted. You don't need to be vaccinated no more. So what about all the people that you forced them to do this, but now it's not a big deal no more?
You ever heard of the book? It's called 1984.
No.
No, you should read it. It's a very good book.
I love books. I'm a big book reader. I might not look smart, but I definitely am a big book reader.
Well, 1984, pick it up. There's something called double speak. You ever heard of that term?
No.
Double speak is when someone says something and they mean the complete opposite. It's like an illusion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the bait and switch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's America.
That's what's happening. I told you one thing.
Bait and switch, yeah. Well, that's basically what Biden did. If you think about it, he promised us this beautiful island, and at the end of the day, we got Carol City. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I grew up in Carol City, man. Come on.
They call me Cece from back in the day. I love Carol City. I'm just saying, it was a lot. It was a lot what we went through, but we survived.
It was.
I will survive.
Yeah, we live in interesting times. But I think humanity's waking up because of all that happened.
Yeah.
Instead of it becoming more of a thing of being controlled, it was more like, wait, people stopped for a second and they said, wait, so that's what happens? And, oh, okay, that's how this works? All right, I don't want to be a part of this anymore.
Yeah.
So people are becoming aware.
I hope so.
I know so.
That's the reason why, let's be honest. Why are we doing this podcast? Let's be honest. We're doing this podcast to entertain the people and to educate the people.
For sure.
We need them to become better people.
Yes.
Because, something I've learned, that sometimes in life we have to unlearn what we've learned. Not everything we've learned is a good behavior.
Yes.
So even just growing up in your childhood, right? I feel like for me, I was raised in a sheltered home with a super religious mom that was like, God is watching you and you better watch what you're doing because if you sin, you're going to hell. So for years and years and years, religion robbed me of my happiness because I was always crying or always afraid that I was sinning. That's not a way to live. Definitely not. So I've had to unlearn that, like, just because my mom attaches herself to that theory, that's great. I love you, respect you, right? But yeah, I'm not living like that anymore. I don't think my God is a mad God, or he's gonna get mad at me if I'm affectionate with someone or if I smoke a joint. Mind you, I'm not saying drugs are good, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's the end of the world. And I was raised in a home where everything I did was like you're going to hell.
Sentence, yeah.
Yeah, and I was always the black sheep. I was the black sheep of the family. So the more they would tell me no, 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 in my brain I was like, I'm gonna do it. You know, it's like it was bad.
We have something in common.
The black sheep?
Yeah.
I like that, black sheeps.
Yeah, I typically am always doing.
We run the pack.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the black sheeps are the people that like the crowd follows and that they observe and they admire the most because you are the opposite of all the white sheeps. You're different. You chose a different path. I just listened to a podcast recently. It was so good. It was 22 minutes long. And you know what he talked about? He talked about how the road to success is so fucking lonely that sometimes you'll ask yourself, why am I doing this? Is this the right thing for me? You know, you'll feel alone. You'll feel scared, sad, depressed, all these emotions, right? But at the end of the day, you know why? You know, because not everyone follows that path. Not everyone has the courage to do what you're doing. Not everyone does. Like, it takes a lot.
It does.
You know, and I feel like sometimes we don't give like each other enough credit, enough pat in the back, enough like, hey, you're doing great. You know what I'm saying? Usually as an entrepreneur or just like, you know, what we do in our daily lives, we're constantly just like trying to make it. And I don't know about you, but I feel like I never really grew up in like a childhood where they were constantly cheerleading me. Like, I didn't have that. I was always like, I was the wrong, I was bad, I was this, you're grounded, you're this, you're that, you need to be like your sister. It was always something and something and something, which made me say, fuck it, I'll be the bad guy.
Oh, but
like maybe, Scarface says. I'm the bad guy.
That's what I've adopted. That's one of the things I adopted from the movie. It's like, all right, I'm the bad guy. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But
I love that. I love that theory.
You only want to call me the bad guy because I have the guts to chase what I want in life.
Exactly. Because they point the fingers at us, right?
100%.
It's like, that's the thing. That's how I kind of feel. Like, I feel like, you know what? Miami, like they pointed, like some girls, they don't like my look. They feel like it's too much. It's too risky. It's too this. It's too that. I'm constantly being told, like, you're a mom. You should dress different. This and this and this and this and that, right? And it's like, you know why they point the finger at me? They point the finger at me because I'm doing what I want to do and I am who I want to be. And they can't do it themselves. They can't be who they want to be. And I don't know why. Why? Who says just because I have 3 kids, like I can't dress nice and elegant and sexy? Like, no, so, I'm going to do me.
So what does he say in the movie? You need people like me. So you can point your finger and say, that's the
I'm
bad
the
guy.
bad guy.
All right. I'll play that part. And that's fine.
I'm telling you, Scarface is my favorite movie. Scarface, Blow, Titanic. That's it.
That's cool. Yeah, Blow's a good one.
Blow was my favorite movie with Penelope Cruz.
Yeah.
You know I worked with her?
Oh, no way.
Yes, when I did the assassination of Versace. I did the series. Did you watch it?
I haven't seen it. I saw, that was the same, don't tell me. They did the OJ one too, right?
Yes.
The same people?
Yes.
I saw the OJ one.
The OJ was good.
Yes.
So yeah, I did the assassination of Versace.
I'm going to watch it just because you're in it.
You should watch it. I'm in episode 1 and 2. I have a bob, short hair, dark hair bob for those that won't, you know. And I have a scene with Penelope Cruz where I'm crying because they kill my boss, Versace. Oh, wow. I'm the waitress in the show. And she's holding me. Penelope Cruz is just like holding on to me. And she's like, everything's going to be okay. And I'm crying my eyes out in camera like, you know. And it was one of the most memorable moments in my life. I didn't even want to let go of her. They were like, cut. And I remember like I held on and they were like, you can let go of her now. And I looked at the first AD and I was just like, do you know who I'm hugging right now? Like, It's Penelope Cruz. I'm not letting go, you know? So she loved me. She actually chose me for that scene. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
She chose me because the girl that had that scene couldn't cry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's, interesting. All right. I've always wanted to ask someone who acts this. How do you do that? I'm not a person I can't just cry on command. I'm not that kind of guy. The crying comes out of me when I'm in the moment and something really did happen that makes me want to cry. I can't pull that out on command like, all right, you're crying in the scene. I can't do that. How do you do that?
I don't know, bro. I think it's just all the years I've cried, nigga. I don't know what it is because I've cried so much that I just think that, like, I just think of a sad song in my brain and then I just start. Like, I don't know. It's like I just learned it's like a switch to me. But I do know that professional actors, they are more engaged with, like, I don't know, accessing their inner emotions and stuff like that. I was always like a natural born actress. Like, I honestly feel, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like we act every day of our lives. All of us. All of us are actors and we don't even know it.
That's a good way to look at it.
The only thing is some people get paid to do it.
Yep.
But for the most part, right, you go to your job. You got to act, right?
Yeah. I've met plenty of drama queens in my life. You have a point. And they act for free. They don't even get paid for it.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's a full-time job.
It is. It's a very full-time job, definitely. That's pretty wild. Acting. Yeah, accessing your inner emotions. Do you think it has anything to do with being emotionally intelligent? Because I meet people, let's start with this. People aren't emotionally intelligent. They have no awareness of their own emotions. But that's interesting that you bring that up. Having access to your inner emotions. What do you mean? So say an example. Like, do you go back to like a memory of something that happened to you and you play it out in your brain?
Of course, yeah. You think of a traumatic, situation that you've either experienced or you've never experienced, and you put yourself in like, okay, how would I feel if this occurred, or how did I feel before? And then you just try to persuade the audience to believe that you truly are feeling that experience.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They say that's what acting is, right? You're able to put the audience in the experience of the character.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you bring him on a journey.
You do.
You know? That's what a good actor does. A good actor is going to make you feel all types of way in the movie. You know?
Takes you through the range of emotions. You love them, you hate them.
Yes.
You feel bad for them.
Yes.
You know, all the above.
And even a good actor, I would say, would be also someone that when they are going through that range of emotions, that they're able to like acknowledge it and they're able to like perfect the craft, perfect the emotion at that time, you know, because not every actor has had traumatic experiences. So that is a learned skill to train your brain into how to reflect or to showcase different emotions ranging from sad, angry, depression, whatever, anxiety, all the way to joy, love, and things like that.
That's a hell of a skill if I've ever heard one, because not many people on this planet can do that.
No, I don't think so. I think it's
definitely.
like something you like consciously, you just learn and stuff like that. But that's what I loved about being an actress. Like at a young age, I was a little girl in California and I just knew that like Hollywood was like what I wanted. Like, it was really hard for me to envision myself with like a 9 to 5. I thought about it. Being a teacher, I would have been a great teacher. Being an attorney or a police officer, I would have done these things, right? But for some reason, it was that 9 to 5 that was scary to me. I was like, I don't want to lock myself down. And what I loved about acting was that, it's crazy. Acting is 12 hours a day, sometimes 16, 17, 18 hours a day, right? People don't know that. People don't know the overtime we put into it, but that's not the point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like I chose acting because it gave me the freedom to be what I wanted to be.
Right.
So that's why I was able to change the different roles. One day I'm a waitress, and, I'm crying because my boss kills me. The next time I'm a party girl. The next day I'm Detective Lopez. The next day I'm a talent agent. The next day I'm a homeless. The next day I'm a dancer. Like, I love the fact that as an actor, you can do whatever you want to do. And that's how I was able to get into comedy. I just did the Miami Improv.
That's cool.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved comedy. That's like my new thing now.
You got to tell me when you have a show. I'll go.
I'm going to go. It's my second show. I'm planning it now. And yeah, I loved the comedy. You know what I love about comedy?
You do so many different things. Oh my God.
I know. I'm telling you, I'll just never be satisfied. That's what they say.
That's good. Keep it. It means you're hungry.
I am hungry. I'm so freaking hungry. I'm starving.
I love
Can't you tell?
A little bit. Caroline, I loved having you on the show. This was fantastic.
Thank you. It was amazing.
I appreciate your time.
Thank you for letting me come on the show. Thank you for like teaching me in this book. I'm really excited about it. I feel like it's gonna be life changing.
I hope the words inspire you. Definitely.
You already did.
Thank you. So I usually ask 3 questions at the end of my show to my guest.
Okay.
So, first question I'm gonna ask: what inspires Caroline?
What inspires Caroline would be my children. They inspire me.
I love that.
Yeah.
I hope to have a family one day.
You don't have kids?
Not yet. No, I'm not married.
How old are you?
31.
Come on, bro. You're young.
Bro, I still can't believe your birthday's the day before mine. My birthday's August 11th and your birthday's August 10th?
No, 3rd.
August 3rd.
Yeah, the Thursday before.
But still.
Yeah, you're a Leo. Leo season.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Only we understand each other.
31. You're good. You're good, bro. Listen, you're young. You're charming. You're an entrepreneur. You got a lot going for you. Like at the right time. Remember one thing, like love, you don't go searching for love. Okay? Love will always find you. It's just going to fall on your lap. Like you're going to from one day to the next be like, why can't I not think about this person anymore? Like, so and at the end of the day, you want to fall in love with like the one, not just anyone. So
definitely.
I'm just saying you're young. If you ever feel like the baby blues, you could babysit my kids.
I have a niece and nephew.
And then you just like return them at the end.
No, I have a niece and nephew. I'm good.
There you go.
All right, cool. So second question, what's next for Caroline?
Ooh, what's next for Caroline? Definitely want to get back into TV. I've missed it. I miss the cameras. I miss entertaining people. So definitely going to get back into TV. The agency is up and running again. And I'm building an app now. So it's going to be like the agency, but we're also featuring the academy. It's going to be an online academy so that everyone around the world can learn about the entertainment industry. And then yeah, I just want to like live out my dreams, pursue my calling. I know that there's a calling for me and I don't know what it is. I don't know what God wants of me, but like I'm ready for it. Whatever it is, like I'll sign up. I'm ready. I feel like I don't know, I'm going to save some kids. Like that's my goal. I don't know why I keep talking about the kids. I love the kids so much, but with everything that's going on and Sound of Freedom, the movie that just recently came out about like child abduction and things like that, like my heart has sunken. Like I want to help these children so bad. I don't know how to. I don't know what to do. I actually met one of the biggest traffickers in Jersey that he provides for the elites. Wow. And it's like the saddest feeling because like I literally have screenshots and addresses and pictures and I can describe the house that has like they have twins, like kids bed sets in their house. And I told a friend of mine, the CIA agent, and guess what he told me? He was like, Caroline, if you want to live and you want your kids to have a mom, I recommend you let this go.
That's fucking wild.
Crazy, right?
That's the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
I've only heard stuff like that in movies and like on videos.
It's real. I just want you to know it's real.
That's wild.
It's more real than you think it is, and it's closer than you think it is. It's literally in our neighborhoods. But we're not educated enough to tell or to see when there's problems there. You know? A lot of us are not. We don't know, you know. That's why you learn. Okay, question number 3.
All right, so question number 3. How do you want to be remembered?
Oh, I want to be remembered just as that beautiful woman that saved the children. That's what I want to be remembered as. One of the most gorgeous girls in the world that saved or rescued the kids. That's what I want to be remembered as. Remember one thing, right? I believe, right? Good women rarely make history. It's the bad woman that create the ruckus, the chaos. They make history, right? So I want to be known. I want to make history, leave my legacy. But I always envision myself for some reason with the children, saving and rescuing the kids, you know? I just don't want to die in the process. I know when you start talking about like child abduction and things like that, and you start dropping names, people die. That's just what they do. So I am afraid. I have children. I don't want to die, but I will put my life on the line for the kids. I would be
sad if you die. Don't die. Please don't die.
No, not yet. At least give me till 80. I just want to be till 80, God. Like till 80 years old, and then it's a wrap at that point, you know?
Definitely.
I'm good.
Alrighty. Well, it was a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you accepting the invite. And tell everybody how they can connect with you.
What's up, everybody? You can connect with me on my IG, Caroline Schwitzky. They'll probably put it right here in the bottom of the screen. Yep. And yeah, we're here on Montana Method, just dropping some gems, entertaining and educating you so you could love this podcast. And this was amazing. I think it was really a breath of fresh air. I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I see myself with 2 million subscribers on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. I see myself with a mainstream comic book. I wrote a comic book.
Nice.
Yeah, I see myself with a mainstream comic book. Okay. That's a household name, like Batman or Superman.
Nice.
I see myself the author of 3 best-selling books.
Okay.
And I see myself inspiring people to chase their dreams.
Nice. Okay, that was a very nice answer. I believe it. I think you're going to make it happen.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, Caroline. So until next time.
Until next time, y'all.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you again for tuning in. Another episode of Montana Method. Of course, as always, you already know, push it to the limit. The world is yours. And if you're not chasing a dream, life is meaningless, guys.
Amen.
I've been out here hustling all my life. Every day we get into it. Really out here in these streets. That's day and night. Like there's nothing to it. When I was going through it, dog, I never got your call. I never asked for nothing, no. But now I want it all. I promise I'ma do it. Came from rags to riches. Rags to riches. Came from rags to riches. Rags to riches. Came from rags.